everyone, Rod Egan here, Worldwide Auctioneers, standing by one of my favorite cars of the era. If you are an ACD fan at all, you will know that this cord is instantly recognizable, certainly a really unique car, and one of my favorite designs of the era. Gordon Burig designed this car, put pen to paper, and what you see now here is probably the finest expression of his vision, his design, and an automobile that certainly will set the standard and change how people looked at early American automobiles from the 30s. Incredibly unique in a lot of ways. Specifically though, this 37 cord 812 supercharged Cabriolet, affectionately known in the cord world as a Sportsman, the highest desirable, most desirable variant, is one of only 64 cars that were born from the factory with the supercharger, and it's the iconic exhaust. That's the key that you see there, the giveaway. Several cars have had the exhaust treatment added to them after in life, but as I said, this is one of only 64 that was absolutely born this way. Instantly collectible because of that, obviously. Design itself and rarity. One of the things I like about this car though is the history. So when you talk about what makes a good car, what makes a great car, there are several things that set this car apart from virtually every other Sportsman that's out there. And while there are some very good ones, this one is great. And here's why. The history is known all the way back from day one. It is restored twice, always using NOS parts, only original parts. Every nut, every bolt, it is virtually perfect in terms of authenticity and correctness. Key, which is another thing that will set this apart from all the others. It's been certified, it's ACD certified, so that process was done twice as well. And when you talk about the certification process, it's very strict, as they really look to take apart every little bit and make sure that the authenticity is there to uphold the traditions, of course, and of course the value of a great car like this. Original data tag still on this car, which is incredibly rare. Most cars get restored and they get shiny new data tags. You know, it's just, there's a lot of little things like this about this car that make it really special. And it drives incredibly well. It comes out of a collection that is primarily pre-war cars, some killer sports cars with it, but a great group. The owner is known and respected for his pre-war car collection. It's been exercised regularly, incredibly well maintained. So there are tours, big tours, long tours. The Pebble Beach Motoring Classic is one that comes to mind, 7 or 8 days, 1,800 miles. This could do that trip. Right now, I know this car, I've driven it. I would feel confident jumping in this car and driving it and taking it from, they start in Kirkland, Washington, go through Oregon and all the way down to the coast into Pebble Beach. I would have no trouble taking this car and doing it, knowing it the way I do. This particular car, when it was being certified the last time, it was mentioned to the owner by one of the judges that it is the most accurate and authentic 812 factory supercharged Sportsman that they had come across, and that they feel that this car should be used as a benchmark for judging others and for restoration purposes. That is high praise. It obviously shows spectacularly well. I'm not just telling you good, it's been judged that way. The ACD annual meet happens every year, hundreds of Auburn's cords and Duesenbergs. This car, best cord. So again, killer car, worthy of all the accolades, CCCA, senior, primary, AACA, a host of awards. It truly is a car that is as good or better than it looks. Photography and film don't do this car justice. You really need to see it. It's a car you probably want to drive. If a car that has what I call crossover, if you collect American pre-war cars, obviously this is going to fit incredibly well into your collection. If you collect European pre-war cars as well, this has that European look to it. It's such a cool car that it will appeal to collectors everywhere. I'm sure you'll agree. It's pretty awesome. As I said, it drives well, very well. would be a great car. If you have a Cord Sportsman on your list, this checks virtually every single box. Come see us in Auburn at the Auburn Auction Labor Day weekend. You can see this killer car and a whole bunch of other ones right alongside. See you there.